Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of NASA 5E in our or actually, sorry, I guess it's Eberron Coast. Now I'm stuck.
I'm going to be honest, this
Last,
is the worst cold open we've ever had.
I know. Um, okay, so we're still at Earthhold. You guys are still invisible and sneaking around. Uh, Vendi, you've been hanging out by this what you now know to be a fake
Terracotta
monstrosity.
Janet.
Yeah, terracotta giant. Um, Nevis, you have kind of fallen into the shrubbery there on your last turn, and you were waiting to see if anyone had noticed you. Um, Stock, you are up on the shoulder of the carving of the king, and you are not alone. There's a slight figure, hooded figure up there with a very ornate bow. And Xanalar, after having several close encounters with people in the camp at 11 and 10, you made your way back across and were looking for a good place to hide in the shrubberies. So, I guess what we will do is Stock, what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna chill up there for the time being.
Okay. Is there anything that you're waiting for? Any actions that you're holding?
Just if shit starts going sideways, I wanna sneaky murder this guy with the ornate bow.
Okay, sneaky murder it is. Um, Xanalor, what do you want to do?
Try to hide.
Okay, go and make a stealth check with advantage.
Advantage. Thank God for advantage. 22.
Okay, so you're wanting to hide, like, kind of down in there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Also, I felt like it would make it easier if I put this map on the screen. I hope that I wasn't wrong there, but it's definitely helping me so far. Okay, so Nevis, what do you want to do? Keeping in mind that you still have no idea where Stock and Xanalor have gone.
I guess I want to try to. Well, I don't know. I don't remember the battle plan, so I'm going to start making my way back to where Uvender's at, because
Okay,
he's the only one I know where he is.
okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me with advantage.
16.
16. Okay. All right. You are able to make it over to the riverbank, and you don't feel like you've had any issues. What am I looking for here? Okay. So Stock, since you're still kind of hanging out, Xanalor, you start to overhear the conversation that's going on between the two parties. You hear a what sounds to be a human male voice call out, "I know which wagons are fat with riches, Kernbag. You leave the west to me, and I'll grant you a cut of the best meat." And then from the opposite side of the statue from you, you hear a like a rough, gravelly voice call out, "Scraps from your table, more like. Why should I pay for what my own two hands can tear freely?" Um, and it basically just keeps going back and forth like that. Go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay. 19.
Okay, you get the feeling that like this could probably go on for hours without making any headway whatsoever.
Does it seem like these are the actual people who are meeting? Like these are the
Um,
leaders? Because I heard him say Kernbag.
right. Well, you've never met Sand Krulek, but
Okay.
you have a feeling that given the number of actually go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage for me.
Ew. 2.
Okay. Yeah, you're not positive, but you heard Kernbag, so probably.
Um, there's multiple of the like Krulek's people?
You're
Or
not
not
sure.
one of them?
You're having a hard time getting a count accurately because of the fog.
Gotcha. I'm gonna have to take a risk then, if I still have time to do something before somebody else.
We'll come back around.
Okay.
All right. Nevis, go ahead and if you're wanting to cross the stream, make another stealth check for me with advantage.
18.
18. All right. You are across back into this camp area. To refresh your memory of what's over there, you see a circle of tents pitched around a blazing cook fire. Orcs lumber about the camp. Some are sharpening spears in the hot ash by the fire. Some are tending to the cooking pots. Others, you're assuming, are probably in the tents. There's a large covered wagon to the north that you've gone past. Um, a team of oxen. There is near the cliffside a large wooden cage where strange hoots and growls are coming from. Also, too, if I remember correctly, you noticed that the orc who um, uh, is cooking this like stew um, is getting water for it from an unwatched pail. All right. Vendi, are you still solid to be hanging out, just waiting with your wall of stone up the hill?
Yep, I'm just gonna. If I have a banana, I'm gonna eat the banana and then toss the peel right in front of the wall so they slide into the wall in pure cartoon fashion. But if I don't, I'm just gonna hang out.
Okay. um, I'm going to make you roll for banana next time you're in town.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess we will jump back around to Xanalor. What is this risky thing that you're wanting to do?
One of a couple things. Is the fog like sitting low to the ground? Like, can I see above,
Um,
or there's it's too thick for me to even know if I can see above? Like, is it
it's kind of hard to tell.
okay? In that case, I need to get up back again on the arm with the like Krulix people.
Okay.
Or what I assume are them anyway.
Go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage.
Is 16.
Okay.
Can
And
I
where is it you're trying to go?
up on the left arm where Krulix people are?
Okay.
Where it was already.
Well, so when you heard the person shout Kernbag,
Mhm.
that was from the same arm as you. The gravelly voice was coming from across the way.
Right, that's the Kernbag voice. I said Krulek, like the human or people.
Oh, right. Sorry, yeah.
Not orcs, or who I want to hang out with. So now that I'm up there, can I see multiple people?
You want to make a perception check for me with disadvantage.
That's a 9.
Based on your proximity to them, you can see that there is. Let me double check here.
With that weak perception check, I want to know if anybody's a little like jittery. I might not know.
It looks like you see about 3 people.
Like with weapons?
It's hard to tell because of their cloaks.
Great. Dang fog. And just bad rolls. I guess I'm just gonna pick a random one, and cast message.
Okay.
And in kind of a freaked out voice, go. They're gonna kill us. Take the shot.
Okay. Go ahead and make a deception check for me.
Yeah, I'm good at those for some reason. 27. 28.
Okay.
28.
Interesting. Hmm. What the heck? Okay. Sorry, I was trying to read some of the stuff in here to see kind of like what happens if when kind of things. So we're gonna come back around. We're gonna give that time to cook.
Okay.
Nevis, what are you doing?
If I can, I'd like to see what kind of creatures are in that cage.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead? So you're gonna walk up to it and try to see what's in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Nine.
9. Okay. So as you get closer, you need to get a little bit closer than you originally wanted to, but thanks to being invisible, it doesn't seem like whatever the creature is inside the cage notices where you are. But it looks to be an owl bear.
Okay.
Anything you want to do with that information?
No, not really. Um, if I have any movement left, I'd like to still continue on my way back to the entrance.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Wow, 2 11s. 13.
13. Okay. That seems like kind of a weird typo. I guess not. Okay. Let's see here. All right. You make it over to this other area here, and you're not sure where Vendi is, but you're near this large hulking figure in the fog. Okay, so let's see here. What'd you say your deception check was, Xanilor? Was like a 27, right?
It's
29.
28 because it was 19 plus 9.
Okay. Um. Okay, so then you hear one of the figures close to you give out like kind of a panicked crow caw imitation, and Stock, you actually see the figure that's near you that hasn't seen you yet. It starts to stand up and pulls the bow off its back and gets ready. It knocks an arrow, getting ready to fire. What are you doing?
I'm gonna wait till he fires before I do anything. If he's gonna fire, I'll take action, but if not, right now it just looks like, usual tense meeting situation stuff.
Okay. So you're holding an action, you said?
Yeah, till he actually looses an arrow, and then I'm gonna kill him.
Okay. What is the action that you're holding? An attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have any spells. What did you think I was holding?
I was just asking. Okay. So you you hear as the arrow is loosed. It sounds like it makes contact with something, and then all of a sudden, all four of you can see that suddenly the oil-filled goblet that the king is holding is on fire. Um, and so Xanilur, you're actually able to better see now. There is a orc and like a burly looking orc figure and another orc on the opposite arm from you, and there are three cloaked individuals on the same arm as you. Vendi and Nevis, you guys notice that you see a very bright light, especially Nevis from the direction that you just came from. I guess what is the held, or go ahead and do your held attack stock if that's what you want to do.
How close to the edge is this guy?
Fairly close.
Like 5 feet close?
Probably.
Because I want to try and shove him off.
Okay, if you're gonna do that, then let's just do that.
Well, that's why I wanted to know how close he was, because it's going to dictate whether I try to murder him directly or let him fall to his death.
It's a lot of fog.
Okay, so what do I need to roll for that?
Athletics.
I don't remember. I don't think I've shoved somebody in a really long time.
Pretty sure it's a strength check.
Strength,
Something
athletics
like that.
checks, contested by the target's strength or dexterity, athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay.
Wow, that is a 12.
Come on, being
Okay.
caught off guard. Disadvantage for being shoved by an invisible person.
Well, I'm going to burn my inspiration because I want this guy to die.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a lot better. That's a 22.
Okay. Yeah, you shove him and he falls. How far was that?
Very far.
Yeah.
Just get back in the trees.
He ends up impaled by a tree with his head bashed on a rock.
Okay. So he falls 40 feet, which is I think 4d6 of fall damage.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
I have caused and inflicted a lot of fall damage.
Okay. So that is 14 fall damage.
And what about falling into the cup of fire?
I cast inflict wounds.
He's on the wrong shoulder.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he falls down. You can't tell if he's dead or not, but he's down there. And with that, you guys, Xanalor and Stock, now that the flame has kind of burned away some of the fog, you guys see as um, yeah, you guys see as uh, the two sides, they like rush forward into like the lap of the king and start fighting each other down there. You see who you assume to be Sand Krulek and Kernbag kind of square up and start a what looks like it's going to be probably a pretty drawn out sword fight. So Xanalor, what are you doing?
I would like to. I'd like to run over to the flaming goblet
Okay.
and get like on the inside of it, kind of like not like inside it. I mean like the in between the lap side
Okay.
of the goblet. If I can get right there, if I've got enough movement speed to get there.
So you want to go here?
No. I want to go like right there.
Oh, okay. So like kind of like where the goblet overhangs like the forearm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make a.
So like I want to run across, and then I don't know if I need to like jump up, but that's where I want to get number one, and then I'm going to do something.
Okay. So you do want to climb the side of the goblet or no?
Yeah, I want to be on the side of the goblet.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and make a stealth check for me for running across the field.
16 again.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. So you are able to make it across. We will that's going to be your action though.
Okay.
So Nevis, what are you doing?
Having noticed the light, I don't know if I'm hearing any commotion because of the rushing sound of the water, but I am going to start heading back that way, seeing as I don't really know where Bendy's at.
Okay.
I thought we were all gonna he was gonna be the one where we knew, but that doesn't mean he didn't move. So
I
yeah,
have, for the record, I have not moved.
I'll just start making my way back to
Okay.
near the goblet, I guess.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy or?
Yeah, I'm still trying to maintain
Okay. Okay.
silence.
Go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage for me then.
22.
22. Okay. All right. So you make it back down to the camp. You you actually see some orcs in that camp throwing spears towards the meeting place in the lap of the king. You see there's 8 orcs.
Wow.
All right. Sorry, Xandalar, you're over there. Okay, Vendi. So go ahead and make a perception check for me. This one's not with disadvantage because it's not sight this time.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 24. 19 plus 5.
Okay, so once you saw the area light up brightly, because in the fog, light gets refracted a lot, so it's hard to it like got really bright in the area, brighter than just like that fire would have caused it to be. And you hear the sounds of shouts and like metal clanging, like swords from just towards where you know the statue to be.
All right, so there's people fighting there.
That's the impression that you get.
Okay. I'm gonna have a mental commentary of the fight just going down, and every time someone lands a really crushing blow, I'm going. "Ugh." But
Okay. All right. Stock. What are you doing now?
Can I see anybody from my vantage point?
Yeah, I mean you can see. It looks like the person that you pushed off the shoulder is starting to stir a bit, and you see like 5 individuals fighting in the lap of the king. You see spears starting to kind of pepper the battlefield from where the orc camp you came from was, and you're also starting to notice like I think let me double check here. I think they have bows. Yeah, you're starting to see like some crossbow bolts also come from the other side. You're assuming that that's where the Black Fist camp was at.
So then I want to take my longbow out and try and shoot the guy I pushed off the cliff.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit. This will make you visible, by the way. Actually, you would have been made visible last time.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Okay.
That is a 14 to hit.
A 14 will hit.
All right, and that is one of those pointy boys. So that is 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And since I get a second attack, I'm going to try and shoot him again.
Okay.
That is 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that is 11 piercing damage.
Okay, so before he's able to really get moving again after falling 40 feet and warn anyone about what's going on, Stock, you put 2 arrows into this guy and he stops moving.
I am satisfied with my care.
All right, Xanalor, if you're still wanting to climb the side of the goblet, go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Adequate. Yeah, it's 14.
14. Okay. You're having a hard time getting a handhold. You're not able to climb up the side this time.
Okay.
Um,
Then I'm just gonna look around to see if there's a better spot to end my turn.
all right. Nevis.
I'd like to take a somewhat closer look at the device that might be locking the cage that the, what'd you say it was, a bugbear or an owlbear?
Owlbear.
Oh yeah, the
Owl.
owlbear Rubik's Cube.
And I'd like to see if I can open it. Try
Okay.
to release the owlbear.
The cage is padlocked. It's a little bit rusty looking, but still looks to be serviceable.
Well, if I make a move to like hit it with my hammer to break it, that's considered an attack, right? And I'll at that point in time become visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that. So if I don't happen to see the key for the padlock laying around or hanging anywhere, then I think I'll try to move past the camp, then back towards where the commotion is going on. I don't know if I'm close enough to actually hear it yet.
You want to move? Sorry, where?
Just retracing the same steps I made earlier.
So you want to go back to 14?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage for me then to cross the river.
19.
Okay. You are able to get across the river. Okay. Vendy still sitting tight?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Stock, what are you doing?
Alrighty. I'm just gonna hide my happy ass up here. See what
Okay.
happens.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
That is 15.
Okay. All right. Xanalor, what are you doing?
Does there seem to be any sort of cracking anywhere on this, or is it just like a solid piece of rock that I can tell in the fog? And
Well, so the area that you're in isn't really obscured by fog anymore because the fire from the goblet will have warmed the air enough to
okay,
sort of dissipate that in the meaty area. So you're looking for, I mean, yeah, there's cracks in the rock. I mean, look at the thing; it's falling apart.
okay. I'm gonna try to climb up again.
Okay, make an athletics check for me.
When the DM intended us to sit there and incite a battle between two factions and we just finish off the one who survives, instead we turn it into a day at the play park.
At the jungle gym. 13.
Again, you're not able to hoist yourself up the side of the goblet.
Okay. Okay. I'll have to reassess.
All right, Nevis.
Do I notice Xanalor yet?
Not yet, because he's still invisible.
Okay.
You just every now and then hear a click, click, thud.
How about down inside the meeting area? Can I see those two
Yeah.
guys going at it?
Yeah, you see actually as you're watching one of there's two orcs. One is the burly looking orc that you assume to be Kermbag, and then there's also another one. The other orc is fighting the two Black Fist members that Sand Krulek had with him. You're assuming Sand Krulek is the guy that Kermbag is fighting, and you see as the orc like uses a spear and finishes one of the Black Fist members, and then before he can like get his spear free to defend himself, the other Black Fist guy comes in and kills the orc, and then a spear comes from the orc camp and actually hits that Black Fist guy, as you see that the ground is like sort of littered in spears, and so it looks like the lackeys, so to speak, are have been taken out of the battle, and you still see like unbothered Kermbag and Santa Krulek still going at it.
I'm just gonna hang here for the time being.
Okay. Hang on, I'm looking at something really quick. Okay. Vendi, can you make another perception check for me?
I suppose. 8.
Okay.
I see 8 things that concern me, but not enough to be described.
You were just wanting to hold tight, right, Nevis?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Stock, what are you doing now that you're hidden up there?
I just want to move back a little bit, get away from the edge, and just stay hidden.
Okay. All right, Xanalor, what are you doing?
All right. Did I see Nevis? Is he still invisible?
He is still invisible.
Okay. So I'm just going to jump up because I can't climb. And then at the peak of my jump, right next to the thing, I'm gonna cast Thunderstep
Okay.
and try to, if I can see like the crown on the statue, I want to try to Thunderstep up there.
So you're trying to get up to the top of the statue?
Yep.
Okay. How far can Thunderstep take you?
90 feet.
90 feet. Okay.
But I have to see it, so that's where I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can see like the crown, so I think like you can like Thunderstep to there.
Okay.
Just look at this really quick.
And it's your discretion, obviously, if it does anything to the goblet. Because I could see it not doing anything because it says creatures.
Right. Okay. So just go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me. Yeah.
Okay. It's a good roll. 15.
15. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you're able to leap Thunderstep and catch onto what is essentially a crenulation of the king's crown. So you are up here. And okay, Nevis, I will lead you off by saying that you heard a massively thunderous boom from above your head, and you're noticing that a small bit of liquid is starting to drip from above you.
Flaming liquid, by any chance?
It doesn't appear to have been ignited. If you want to like try to figure out what it is, I can have you make a roll for that, or you can assume.
So, did any of what Xanalor did give me any clue as to what may have happened or who it may have been caused by?
I don't think that I'm pretty Xandler, you've not cast this spell before, correct?
I haven't. Yeah, this is the first time I've used this.
Okay. So as far you don't know that Xanalor would have been the source of that, Nevis.
I was invisible and teleported, so I don't know.
Yeah, and so the way that it happens, like the thunderous boom occurs from the space where he left. So really, it just essentially brings your attention upwards towards the goblet, but there's nothing there.
How much of the fog has the flame dissipated now? Is it a bit of the area, some of the area, most of the area?
I mean, you're starting to be able to see into the camp behind you pretty well. You can make out, the other side of the statue's lap, and that there's, um, another another river on that side. You can see the river behind you. So it's really like, hang on a sec. I'm just gonna do this so I can give it like a radius. Oh yeah, then I have to make it so you guys can see that. All right, so topographical, boundaries notwithstanding, you can essentially see pretty much all of what's in there.
And the two combatants are still going at it?
Yes.
I want to stay close to where they are,
Okay.
but I do want to move away from that fluid that may be falling on me. So I'm just gonna maybe step back a little bit, but not too far that I lose sight of those guys.
Okay. All right. Crinkles, will you shut up? Okay. Vendy is still chilling. Stock, are you still chilling?
Yeah, I'm still chilling.
Okay. Xanalor, what are you doing up there?
I'm gonna look down at the goblet. Did anything happen?
Goblet's on fire.
Okay. Then trying to obscure myself within the crenellations as much as possible.
Okay.
I want to Eldritch Blast the goblet where I jumped.
Okay. All right. So correct me if I'm wrong here, but your goal is to break the goblet to
And
drop
spill the
burning
fire
oil.
into the lap. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure I was on the same page as you.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and why don't you roll to hit?
The first one is a 20. Do it on +9 now. Yeah. 26 to hit on the first one
Okay.
for 8 force damage.
Okay.
Second one is a 12 to hit
All right.
for 14.
Okay. Now that you are, so you hit it and you can see, now you're 40 feet away from it basically. Well, maybe like 30 feet, but you're able to see that there is there's an amount of oil that is starting to run out of the goblet, and you're starting to see like the fire creep down the side of the goblet towards the hand of the statue.
Cool.
All right. Nevis, you hear like 2 more kind of blasts above your head, and you see that there is a larger quantity of liquid coming down from the goblet.
Okay. Does that mean it's my turn to do something?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm starting to get a little worried about this fluid and all these noises that seem to be coming from nothing that I can see. So I'm gonna try and traverse back across the water and hang out hidden back by the that one encampment.
Okay. Make a stealth check for me with advantage. By the way, Xanlar, you are visible.
21.
Okay. Yeah. You make it across. No problem. Vendi, can you remind me how tall was the wall of stone that you made?
20 feet tall, the entire width of the road, and then as deep as it would be allowed.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, you said that the path was 10 feet wide,
Yeah.
which means that it would be 36 inches thick.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, 30 inches thick.
I don't know why it would be 36. Was it?
I did 6 times 6, it says 6 times 5.
It's 1 inch of thickness each time?
It's 6 inches of thickness each overlapping, and I have 10 panels. So it would have been 5 panels stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I put the location of the wall just west of 2, if you can see it.
Yeah. Okay. Vendi, go ahead and make a perception check again for me.
12. 7 plus 5.
Okay. All right. So you being where you're at, you start to hear like the howls of wolves echo from like the woods above you, kind of around Earthhold. You notice as
Since I am able to have speech of the woods, um, I can decipher their noises. What would those noises be indicating?
what?
So, being Circle the Shepherd, I can speak, read, and write Sylvan, and beasts can understand my speech. I gain the ability to decipher their noises and motions. So, since I'm hearing wolves, do I know what they're signifying?
You mean like the general tone of what the yipping and barking might be?
Yeah. If you need to read this, it's Xanathar's Guide, page 23.
No,
Uh,
I'm curious. That's all.
Since I don't have the book, the page numbers don't really help me. But luckily on D&D Beyond, I can just click on the skill and read exactly what it says.
D&D
Mhm.
Beyond, guys.
But okay, so the impression that you get from the calls of the wolves is that something up there is moving, making its way through the forest.
No, I'm sure this is fine. Like, what are they going to do? Jump off the cliff and fight us? They'll take fall damage. I grab another banana.
All right. Stock. Anything that you're wanting to do?
I think I'll just start moving back towards the way we came.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Natural 20 for a total of 29.
Okay, so you climb back up the head, and Xanalor.
What the fucking fuck?
Hello.
When did you get here?
Like 6 seconds ago.
Okay.
Did you see that guy just fall off the shoulder?
No.
What about the subsequent pair of arrows that pierced him?
I did see the guy that I shoved off the shoulder and then shot twice.
It sounded like the hilts of the arrow said property of stock. I wonder who fired those.
That's all I got right now.
Okay. Xanalor, what you doing?
Eldritch Blast that cup.
All right.
Pew pew.
A 16 to hit for 15 force damage. And
Okay.
a 24 to hit for 6.
Okay. You you hit the goblet. Both blasts connect again, and at first all you see is the liquid starts rushing out faster. You see the fire has started to like essentially like drip down onto like the ground around the goblet, and is kind of spreading around down there. And then you hear kind of like a grinding sound, like a stone grinding sound, as like a third of the goblet just like slides off. You hear this large thud as it hits the ground down at 14, and flaming oil comes like rushing down and splashes through the through the lap of the king.
And then I'm
Wait,
just
my God, I moved.
then I'm gonna lay down. Just get low.
Okay. Okay. Hang on. I need to try to find something.
Being on fire, covered in hot flaming oil.
Something like that.
It's a honka honka burning love.
Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna have the two of them make dexterity saving throws. The guy's fighting, I mean. Okay. Okay. All right. So you see the oil kind of splash onto the burning oil, I should say, splash onto Kernbag and Krulek as they're fighting. They kind of both like instinctively like roll backwards away from each other, and they kind of clamber up the respective sides of the king. It just happens to be the opposite side of where they came from. So Krulek is over here, stranded from his camp, and Kernbag is over here, stranded from his camp.
That's great. I wish they were on fire, but that's great.
They did take some damage from the burning.
Cool.
Okay. Nevis, what do you want to do?
Sit back and watch the show. I really don't have any idea of what mischief I should be instigating at this point in time.
To be honest with you, me neither. I have no idea what's going on here.
I mean, I did have the idea to loose the bugbear on the camp, but and that was only going to work if I could stay invisible and it wouldn't come after me. Because then I'd just be adding to the amount of things that would want to hurt my person, and I don't want that. I guess I want to actually just keep an eye on that camp, and if they have realized that their leader possibly has been involved in some sort of skirmish, and if they're looking to back him up or whatever, I could maybe slow down their ingress to that area.
Well, you have seen them throw several volleys of spears in that direction since the fighting broke out.
Are they able to launch them far enough to hit the guy on the arm who happens to not be their guy? And if so, are they doing that?
They are throwing the spears from like the range that they're at. They're not doing it particularly well.
But they are still attempting to hurt someone that I don't care if they hurt.
Right.
Okay. Have at it, gentlemen. What about, just out of curiosity, what about on top of the king's head there? Do I notice my compatriots now that they're not invisible?
I would say not Xanalor because he has laid down. Probably soon. Just based on like sight lines and stuff, I don't think you would have seen Stock climb the opposite side of the head.
Sure.
But depending on what he does in the next round, you may see him.
Okay. The only reason I'm asking is because I would assume that at least some of the commotion has been caused by those guys, and want to be available to help them whenever I notice where it is that they might.
Right. Okay. Vendi, go ahead and make another perception check for me.
Is this to see if my banana is visible even though I'm invisible?
No.
So 16.
Okay. You you see up on the cliffs up here, like above 2A. I don't know why that keeps happening in my throat. But on the cliffs up above 2A, you see what appears to be a pair of large quadrupedal creatures that appear to have two smaller humanoid creatures on their backs, kind of overlooking Earthhold.
This is a thing. I go back to eating my banana. Can I roll for delicious?
Sure.
I'm gonna roll a D100.
Okay.
63.
It's it's good. It's not quite that like perfect ripeness, which is I'm assuming like something kind of different to everybody. Like for me, when I like my favorite ripeness for a banana is when it's still got kind of a little bit of green on like the corners.
Hey, let's focus on the story here, not about the banana.
Somebody whose action has been eat a banana 4 times in a row.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm on guard duty right now.
All right, Stock, what are you doing, man?
I'm gonna try and hide again and see what chaos ensues from this continued fire.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
That is a 16.
Okay. All right. Xanalor, what are you doing? Same thing.
No, because it's already there. I'm gonna take out. I have an oil flask
Okay.
and some like common clothes that were just in my backpack. So I want to take out like a shirt. And I want to make a Molotov cocktail.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you Molotov that cocktail. Go ahead and where are you throwing this thing?
Into the orc camp.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make a dexterity based attack for me. You won't have proficiency on this, so roll a d20, add your dex modifier.
Dex. 11.
11. Okay. Go ahead and no, actually, never mind. Okay. So you throw this oil flask with a rag. Do you have a way to light the rag?
I have a tinder, whatever it's called.
Okay, so you are lighting the end of said Molotov cocktail?
Yeah.
Okay, so Stock, you watch as Xanalor pulls some shit out of his backpack, stuffs a rag in an oil flask, and lights the end of it. You see him stand up and just chuck it back the way you guys came from.
Okay
And
then.
Nevis, you notice as you hear the sound of glass breaking and the quick rush of fire as like uh, like right behind the orcs who are like throwing the spears into the camp, a large fire starts, and you smell the familiar-ish smell of burning oil.
And then if I have time, I'm gonna lay down.
Because you're a rogue, I'm gonna say you're not a rogue. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Nevis, what are you doing now that you escaped one fire only to have more fire thrown in your direction?
The fire's shooting at us.
Good thing I have resistance fire. That's all I'm going to say. Um, I don't know. Watch them burn. I don't know.
Okay. All right. You guys see that Kernbag and Krulek are kind of beginning to try to like climb like across like the belt-ish area of the king, like trying to cross to their respective camps without getting into the fire. And you see them like kind of like meet in the middle, and they're just like holding, you know, their 3-point contact on the statue and just kind of like sword fighting with each other. Okay, Stock, what are you doing? Unless there's anything, Vendi, you wanted to do different, or are you still bananaing it up?
Oh man, it's such a good banana.
Okay.
So they're in the middle there fighting with each other.
Yep.
Without breaking cover, because I'm not actually trying to hit anybody, would it
Mhm.
be possible to launch an arrow respectively at the orc camp and the bandit camp?
Um,
I'm not specifically aiming for anybody, I'm just aiming for the area.
I would say yes towards the orc camp, not the bandit camp, just because you haven't been there.
Okay.
It's gonna be with disadvantage no matter what.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hit anything in particular. I'm just trying to incite some fighting.
Okay.
You know, just being an asshole. That is a 11 for the first shot from the longbow.
Okay.
And then
And which one is that one heading towards?
the orc camp.
Okay.
And you said I couldn't shoot one at the bandit camp, but can I shoot one in that general direction?
Yeah, that's still like I said, it's gonna be with disadvantage either way. It's just gonna be harder still for you to hit the bandit camp.
Bandit camp with disadvantage is a 19.
Okay. You launch 2 arrows. You're not really too sure what the effect was of that, but you did it.
Good. That's all I wanted to
Okay.
do.
All right. Xanalor, anything else?
I'm gonna peek down. Do I see them fighting there? Yes. Hopefully.
It's kind of hard to make it out just because of like like the face of the statue and like its beard and stuff is kind of partially obscuring the belt area, but you do see like some flashes of steel down there. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to fire my Eldritch Blast at the 2 flashes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll both with disadvantage.
Okay. The first one is a 14 to hit.
Okay.
Does that hit? Or do I have to roll the second one? The
The
second one is a 17 to hit.
Okay. One of the one of those will hit. So go ahead and roll damage for one.
10 force damage.
Okay.
And I have repelling blast, so I can
Okay.
push it 10 feet away from me in a straight line.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to do that.
Okay. You. All right. Is there a roll that needs to happen for that, or no?
Not that I'm aware of. It just says when you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you can push the creature up to 10 feet away from you in a straight line.
Okay. Alrighty. You hear. You hear your Eldritch Blast make contact with a body, and you hear as a deep, gravelly voice starts crying out, and it falls. You see, as you kind of peek over, you see Kermbag fall into the fire. And that was the last you saw of Kermbag.
Can I lay down?
Yeah, but you can't hide. Okay, Nevis, what do you want to do? I will say you probably did notice the Eldritch Blasts streaking down from the crown towards the waist of the statue.
Uh, I really have no idea what to be doing right now.
To be fair, the plan was just to watch them kill each other.
Is the fire from the Molotov anywhere near an area that would block me from being able to get out
No.
towards more towards Vendy? Um, so now that I've got an idea of where those two are, I'm not gonna be able to get to them. And there's really no reason for me to stay right there because I don't have a good out if something does start happening in that area. So I guess I'm gonna try to move out towards the edge of the camp again.
In towards which direction? Towards 3 or?
Towards 3.
Okay. All right. If you're still trying to be stealthy about it, go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to move towards 3. Are you trying to reconnect with Vendi?
No, I just want to give myself a better position to be able to fight from.
Okay. All right. With that, guys, we're actually let's take a 10-minute break. Got some rumble guts going on, so I will we'll come back at like 1:25ish.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, Scott, roll the ad.
D&D Beyond. I don't have cool jokes for it other than just saying that.
This episode is brought to you by Micro Impressions of Scott. Micro Impressions of Scott. One syllable says so much. Hello there. It's called Filsky. Let's play some Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh boy, I hope I get my letter to Hogwarts.
What?
I think
he's
Scott
gonna
just
do
had a
Holiday
stroke.
Inn now.
It's only 15 years too late.
Scott had a stroke.
It's
No.
Jay Clark.
No, Scott believes that there's a ghost in his Xbox One, so he believes in a magical world. So I think Hogwarts is within his career plan.
Career plan now.
He
Yeah.
is going to be an arcane lawyer.
It's a pretty great school for getting wizarding jobs.
Yeah. I don't know one that's better. Because Hogwarts is kind of the only one I know of.
I mean, it's the only one in the UK.
The College of Winterhold.
That's a different magical world.
And
Just
and
a
first off, do you really expect a school that's run by Bethesda to work?
I expect it to glitch, which is what magic is.
What is magic if not just glitches we exploit?
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting take on magic.
I'm gonna be honest, we're making this Dungeons and Dragons games a lot less magical by just saying that's what magic is.
It's a glitch in the matrix. Got it.
Yeah. Next, you're gonna tell me that fireball is really just a combustible item meeting a flame.
No, it's a whiskey.
Hmm.
All right. Who do we leave off with? Sorry.
I have no idea.
It might have been me moving to a better
Oh yeah. Mhm.
advantage.
Yes. Now that you're over that way, Nevis, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
I think I'm good at that. Check here. Yeah, that's an 18.
18. All right. Yeah, you notice several of on like up on the cliffs above the king. You notice several large quadrupedal creatures with smaller humanoids on their backs, making their way towards this cliff over here.
So they're out here somewhere?
Yeah, they're like up on the cliffs above, like this area.
Do I notice if they appear to be advancing on Stock and Xanalora at the time?
Based on the distance, it's hard to tell, but you don't think so.
Hmm. All right. I guess I will keep an eye on them and the camp in case anybody comes running out of there inadvertently in my direction, as I think I'm still invisible.
Yes. Okay. Stock, what are you doing?
Could I peek my head out and check to see where my arrows landed?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Alrighty. Natural 20 for a total of 26.
Okay. You see in the orc camp where you think your arrow might have ended up. It's hard to tell from as high up as you are. As far as the Black Fist camp goes, you can't tell where your arrow landed, but you actually do see the camp now.
Okay. If I still have an action, I want to hide again.
Okay. Go make a stealth check.
26.
All right, Xanilor.
Um, can I see dude on the belt still, or did he move?
You see him. He's or you actually don't see him because of like the trees
Okay.
and stuff like that are growing in the lab.
Okay. Then I'm going to take out something I never use, which is a crossbow,
Mm.
and launch it into this camp.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make an attack.
Good roll. 24.
Okay.
Ugh. 4 damage to something.
You hear someone shout out, "Who shot me?" Nevis, are you still just kind of waiting to see if the orcs try to beat back towards you guys? Nevis, are you doing anything?
Oh, sorry, didn't know it was my turn. Got back. The creatures up on the cliff, what are they doing? The same thing they were doing?
Yeah, they're still moving towards the other side of Earthhold.
The crotch fire is still burning there, and I'm assuming that the orcs in the camp are still attempting to launch their spears. It doesn't look like there's a way for me to get anywhere closer to Stock and Xanilor. How far away from those two am I? Would they be able to see me if I suddenly decided to not be invisible, even though I don't know how I would do that?
Yes, if they were to look in your direction, they would be able to see you. If you were not invisible.
What is the orc camp looking like right now? What sort of activity is still going on?
It looks like they're starting to kind of pack up, actually. Like they're grabbing things and tearing down tents and doing so in a hurried manner.
I guess I'll just stay here. Keep observing.
Okay. How about you, Vendi? Same thing?
I'm gonna be back on a tree, and while doing that, I'm gonna put the banana up over my head, and I'm just gonna. And then when I'm done with that, I guess I'll look around to see if the situation's escalating.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
Can I perceive how awesome my banana eating skills are as well?
Sure.
23 on the escalating check.
Okay.
20 on the banana eating check.
You see a lot of commotion going on in at the camp at number 4. You see like tents being torn down. You see the orcs actually around the like the effigy basically that you're next to are also they're like getting ready to head up the hill.
All right, if that's the case, I'm going to take my banana peel from my most recent banana, and I'm going to throw it into 3 proper, and
Okay.
just say in common while disguising my voice the following: "Hey, who's been stealing bananas?" As I'm going to sneak my way back up to 2.
Okay. Go ahead and make
I'm imagining throwing banana peel would be an action and ruins my invisibility.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say, make a stealth check, but like you can't really
But here's the good news on this: because I have the cloak of elven kind, it's still an advantage.
Yeah.
First one's a 19. The second one's a natural 20, 23.
Okay.
Thank you, cloak of elven kind. When Corey gave that to me months ago, and then I never used it until now. Thank you, banana. Your potassium fuels me.
All right. Stock, what are you doing?
When I check the bandit, or not the bandit, the orc camp, would I have noticed that they were packing up?
Um, you were more so scanning for the arrow.
Okay. Then this time I will take aimed shots at the orc camp. And
Okay.
one aimed shot at the bandit camp since I know where it's at now.
Okay. Are you like, so when you say the camp?
I'm aiming for whatever individual I believe I can hit.
Okay.
And as said bonus action, I want to burn a fighting spirit to have advantage.
Okay.
So orc camp, looking at a 26 to hit.
Okay. That'll hit.
And that will be 11 piercing damage. And the bandit camp is a 28 to hit. And that is 7 piercing damage. And
All right.
let me make sure. Yeah, I'll burn my action surge to do another round of attacks at whatever individuals I happen to hit that time.
Okay.
Since that would mean I still have advantage. That is a math, I just forgot. 15 at the orc camp.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 10 piercing. And bandit camp is a 16.
Okay.
And that is a total of 6 piercing.
Okay. I'll say that between the 2 volleys at each camps, you were able to like take 1 person out at each camp.
Okay, I'm just trying to incite some violence here. And I'm spent.
Okay. Xanalar.
I want to take a look at the orc camp and try to spot any orcs within 120 feet of me if they're close enough.
I mean, 120 feet of you is most of this place.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to point my finger at one of them and cast message.
Okay.
And try to do a gravelly orc voice and say, stand and fight, avenge me.
Okay. Make a deception check.
That is a 19.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Nevis, what are you doing?
Was there some commotion going on by Vendy that I should be concerned with? Was there
Someone
somebody
yelled
like,
something about someone stealing bananas.
but there wasn't any kind of movement to leave the area
Not yet.
other than the camp, obviously. Do I notice as people are packing up, all of a sudden they seem to be dropping dead?
Yes, you did see one of the orcs looked like he got killed by an arrow.
Does that make the others do anything differently, or are they just gonna, oh shit, more stuff to pack up ourselves now?
Hard to tell at this point.
Okay. I guess since I don't want them to see me or discover me yet, if they start up the trail, which looks like I'm currently standing on, I want to move over to this area here.
Okay.
Stealthily. $17.
Okay. All right, you do so. You said you'd started moving up towards 2, right, Jay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So with that, then, are you continuing towards 2, Vendi?
I want to see what happens in the aftermath of the of Banana Gate.
Okay. All right. You guys hear some shouts. One of them shouts, "Kernbag lives," and because you rolled a 19 on your deception, didn't think about the fact that, oh, that's weird. He's talking to us in common. I mean, they speak common, but like, why wouldn't he say it in Orcish? But high dice rolls do high dice things. So
+9 deception does nice things.
right. So yeah, they start working their way across the river, and one of them gets swept over the falls. So there are 6 orcs that make it to like under the goblet, and they're gonna try to traverse the parts that aren't on fire. Stock, what are you doing? Yeah.
Would I see the orcs moving across the river?
Yes.
Okay, seeing them move, I'm gonna want to shoot at the Blackfist camp.
Okay.
Try and entice them to move. And I will go straight shots on this one, just in case. That's a 19 for the first arrow at somebody.
Okay.
That is 13 piercing damage. And the next arrow is a dirty 20 for another 13 piercing damage.
Okay. Yep. That's gonna be enough to take another one out.
Alrighty, and I will stand there and keep watching.
Okay. Xanalar, what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor because I haven't done that in a long time.
Okay.
And then I'm going to sit down and try to see if I can just rest for a while, hopefully,
Okay.
because I think I've done my job.
Okay. All right. Nevis, you noticed that the orcs in Camp 4 stopped packing up to leave and started. They like, took their arms back up and headed across the river.
I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Vendi.
So everyone is running towards 7.
Um,
I think they're already there.
the
So-
ones from 4 went towards 7. The ones from 3 stopped getting ready to head up towards 2.
And they're just paused there in slow motion.
I mean, they haven't received any orders. Any different orders. Their orders are to operate the monstrosity.
Okay. Yeah, I'll hang out for one more turn, but I'm not gonna get out a third banana. 2's enough.
Okay. All right. All right. At this point, Stock, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Alrighty. I rolled a 1 for a total of 7.
Okay. All right. What do you want to do on your turn?
Are the orcs still forging the river and heading towards the bandit camp?
With a 7, man. Don't think you know.
Alrighty then. Um. Hmm. I don't know how I feel about staying up here and keeping to shoot. I'll change tactics real fast, and I want to switch over to my crossbow.
Okay.
Just so I'm shooting something different so they don't suspect it's the same person the whole time. And
Okay.
I want to shoot at the orcs this time.
Okay.
So I got a 22 for the first shot.
Okay.
And 8 piercing damage. I will take my second shot for a 28. And that will be 13 piercing damage.
So you said it was 8 and 13.
Yes.
Okay. You do not take one out this time.
Figured as much. And I'll keep standing there.
All right. Xanalar still resting.
Yep.
Okay. Nevis.
The humanoid creatures on the cliff Anything different happening with them?
They continued past the statue, and you've kind of lost sight of them.
I'm just gonna stay here then.
All right, Vendy.
Yeah. You know what? I've got nothing on the top of my head if all those guys operating the giant are solely worried about the giant. So, do I see Nevis at all?
Nope, not yet. He's still invisible.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna oversee this and cast Shillelagh
Okay.
and recast it as necessary. But the second I see someone attack 3, I'm gonna jump into the fray. And first off, before I do that, I'm gonna check my immediate area to make sure there's no banana peels.
Okay.
Then I'm done.
Got it. All right. Stock, go ahead and make another perception check.
Alrighty. That one is a 20 something. 23?
Okay. I'm gonna send you a whisper.
Ooh, I get fancy stuff. Mm. Hmm. Alright, so I'm gonna look at Xanalor and I'm gonna go, hey, the Black Fist are retreating. And their leader has returned. We should probably try and cut them off.
Where's the path of retreat?
They're rappelling down the eastern cliff, it looks like.
Paddling down? Aren't they in the camp?
They are fleeing the camp.
So that would be up?
No, looks like they're dropping down over
Oh.
here.
I see. I didn't think they would do that.
So where are the orcs at right now?
The orcs are at like the left leg of the statue, getting ready to go across the river.
Okay, so would it be possible for me to climb down to 13 and slide down the rope?
Go ahead and make an athletics check to climb down.
That is a 23.
All right. So you're able to get down. So then it'll be so that your action would have been to climb down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, that's where it's going to put you down at 13. Sorry, we'll be there. Xanalor, what are you doing?
When I stand up and look into that camp, can I see like a person?
Which
Or
camp?
are they the Black Fist? Or are they already off the cliff?
They're not gone yet. They're working on it. It's going to take them some time to get out.
I'm going to try to Eldritch Blast one of them, if I can, 120 feet.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Oh god, don't lose my dice. The first one's a 10, and the second's a 23.
Okay, the 10 is not going to hit.
It's 6 force damage.
Okay.
I
mean, it didn't kill anybody.
Okay. But I knocked him down? Or over?
Is that what you wanted to do?
you want me to announce that beforehand?
Since it's a can thing, yeah, that's something that you're gonna need to specify.
Okay, then not this time. I'll just start announcing it beforehand.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Nevis.
Would I be able to notice stock advancing towards the other end of the area?
Because he's on the other side of the statue's head, I would say no.
Okay. Have all the orcs left their camp?
In 4, yeah.
Okay. So there's. What about the wagon there at 5 and the cave at 6? Have I noticed any activity still going on there?
Hmm. I gotta remember what was at 5. Okay, the orcs from 5, they left. They went across the river. They kind of joined in, throwing spears once the signal pyre was lit.
All right, I'm gonna go back over to the wagon then and peer inside.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me for getting over there.
21.
Okay. All right. So inside the wagon, silken drapes decorate the wagon's interior. A leering dragon skull is suspended from the wagon's ribs. Green flames flicker in its eye sockets, and its crown is lidded like a treasure chest.
Is there anyone in it? Anything? Creature living?
Nope.
Or is it it's vacant now,
Currently.
huh? Okay. I'm just gonna stay here for the time being.
Okay. All right. Vendi.
Okay. So, what have those mounted boys been doing up on the top of the cliff here?
So you saw them move like away from you along the top of the cliff towards the opposite end of Earthhold, and you lost sight of them because of the landscape.
Okay. And Nevis is still invisible, so I got holding pat. Keep the wall.
All right. Xanalor and Stock, go ahead and make perception checks for me.
Hey, 20.
24.
All right. You guys see Sam Krulek rappel down. All right. Stock, you're up.
Would we have known how high up these cliffs are?
I don't think either of us investigated it.
Not precisely, no.
Okay. Well, I want to slide down the rope.
Okay. Make a acrobatics check.
All right. I rolled a 7.
Okay. You fall off,
Ooh.
and you take.
And you fall into the river. And
Let's see. You take 11 bludgeoning damage,
Woohoo!
and you end up here, like on the rock, and prone.
Just as I planned it. Do I have any movement?
What's that?
Do I have any movement?
I'm gonna go with no.
Okay. Then I'm gonna lay there for a minute.
Okay. All right.
I kind of imagine him making the noises that Sergeant Hulka was making when he fell off the platform.
Sergeant Hulk, I don't get that one.
Yeah. That one went over my head. I'm sorry.
Stripes.
Oh, okay.
I'm familiar with the movie. I don't think I've seen it in like 20 years.
I don't want
Yeah, that one was a little out of left field, but yeah, just yeah.
All right. Xanalar, what are you doing?
Is the edge of the cliff within 120 feet of me? Because I know this isn't exactly scale. Like where I saw Krulik go down.
Yeah. I mean, you're like, so essentially you're 40 feet up, maybe 50.
Uh-huh.
So like, I mean, if the statue fell over, basically you can hit pretty much anything in Earthhold.
So since I saw where Krulik went down,
Mhm.
I'd like to try to Eldritch Blast the top of the rope that he's climbing down.
You want to try to hit the rope, okay?
I like the way you say that.
I'm just confirming that that's what you wanted to do.
Yes.
Okay. And then I expected you to start rolling dice.
Oh. You're saying like, you want to do this? Okay.
It's not like I said, "Are you sure you want to do that?"
It sounded. I'm gonna burn inspiration on one of these,
Okay.
and I did one better. So there was a 16 hit and a 12.
Okay. Hang on. I need to try to find out some stats on rope. Oh wait, that's a rope for entanglement. Is that what I want? I was hoping they would say. I think silken rope usually has a.
I have a silk rope, so
Yeah.
I believe it does have a DC 17 strength check can burst silk rope. 2 hit points.
Okay.
It's your call. It's pretty far away, so
And what you rolled a 16, you said?
right was the better one.
Yeah, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. So yeah, the rope. It looks like the rope breaks.
Cool. That's my turn.
Okay. Nevis.
Would I have been able to see Stock have his little problem?
You might have seen him fall. Yeah, you might have caught pieces of flailing limbs.
All right, then I want to once again make my way back that way.
And you're still trying to stay invisible, right?
Still trying to stay invisible, but I don't know if I need to try and still be stealthy because I don't think there's anything around that might hear me. I think everything's pretty much over by the crotch fire. But if I don't do it stealthily, do I break invisibility then?
No. No. I don't think so.
Like, I'm wondering if I want to actually use my action to dash.
Let me look real quick.
You know what? I don't
No,
care
actually, you
if I'm
can.
staying invisible or not. I want to try to get over there as quickly as I can. So however I need to do that.
Okay. Just make a dexterity check for me for getting across the river.
That is a 20 on the die.
Okay.
22.
All right. So you were at 5, so it's kind of difficult to get across. You have to really like stick to the cliff edges a bit more to not be in the fire, but you're able to make it to the lap.
Okay.
All right. Vendi, still holding pat?
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
And if somebody starts getting aggressive, then I'll get aggressive too. But I'm just protecting the wall I made.
The indestructible wall you made. Got
Mm-hmm.
it.
With the banana peel in front of it.
All right.
It's not indestructible. It's just hard to destruct.
It's 30 inches of rock.
Yep. I don't know if they have a druid who can cast an earth elemental. I don't know why I'm giving you ideas to counter my own spells.
I don't know why you think there's an orc druid here.
I thought orcs were known for druids.
Druididry.
Hey, look, if I became a druid, anybody can become a druid.
All right. Xanalor, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
9.
Okay. All right, Stock. What are you doing?
I would like to stand up.
Okay. You see that the orcs have arrived at the outskirts of the Blackfist camp.
Okay. Can I see any of the Blackfist?
Yes.
Is there combat currently going on?
Not yet.
I would like to basically, once they start fighting, start moving towards the ropes as fast as I can, and then start cutting them in said order.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You guys want to kill everything, but not actually want to fight anybody, right? Just making sure I understand.
Well, I'm the only one over here at the moment.
Wait, we're killing people?
My goal is to pretty much let things sort it out themselves, and just intervene here and there.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what we've gotten to at this point. I want to get anybody who's going down those ropes to make sure that they fall to their demise. Or if Krulek isn't dead, make sure he dies.
I mean,
I thought we were doing a picnic in the park.
Hence the bananas.
Yep.
I need to hang on a second. I need to see if something's in this PDF really quick.
We are trying to kill everybody, just not directly.
Okay, but if you're running over, it's not like all of the Blackfist are gone. They're mostly still over there.
Okay. My first priority is
So if you run over there, you're going to be fighting people.
Well, I want to go to the cliff edge and make sure their leader has demised, and if not, I'm going to start shooting at him. That is my priority, is to start with the leadership and work my way down. We're going to patriot this.
I think they gave me some. They did, okay. Okay, so you stand up, and you're not quite able to make it over to the cliffs because of standing up from being prone. So you're able to make it to about there.
Okay.
As you kind of like are coming down the path, eyeing the cliffs, you see that a human woman with a great axe turns and like starts like readying herself to fight you.
Okay.
Okay, Xanalar, what are you doing?
Do I see stock in the person about to fight?
With your 9 perception, I would say probably not.
Okay. Um, I'm just gonna watch the world burn.
Okay. Nevis, are you continuing to dash towards where you saw stock falling?
Yeah, I want to keep advancing over that area until I encounter either what I'm looking for or what I'm trying to avoid.
Okay.
So if the orcs that were at the camp that I just came from are like, if I'm getting that close to them, I want to kind of stay a ways off from them.
Okay.
And I don't know if I have a vague recollection of where stock may have fallen to, but I'm going to continue to keep looking for them.
Okay. So as you get across the lap, you don't see any signs of stock or the orcs.
Okay, just at a regular pace, then I want to continue advancing to wherever I can get to.
Okay. Make a sorry. Make a dexterity check to get across the river.
Oh, that's only a 10.
Okay. You start to make a. Actually, hang on. Oh, okay. Yeah, you make it across.
Okay.
So you are here now. You're able to see that the orcs are like basically between you and the camp.
Okay. Have they engaged the Black Fist yet? The remaining Black Fist?
Not yet, because it hasn't been their turn.
Oh, 10-4.
All right. Bendy still holding still.
No, actually, in fact, if this case, I'm assuming that I've heard some more ruckus here, and I probably would have finally pieced together that 4 was being sent in as reinforcements, so 3's on their own. So I'm going to get out of the bushes that I've been hiding in and just say, "Hey, your giant's a big fat phony." And I'm going to, as obviously as I can, run towards the wall I made it to.
Okay.
I'll scream, "I'm telling everybody."
Okay. All right. So we'll move you up there.
And as soon as I get to the wall, I'm going to turn around and wait for people to come meet me.
Okie dokie. All right. With that, okay. So as you get to your wall, you see that the 5 orcs. I think it was 5, right?
Don't remember.
Oh no, it was 8. The 8 orcs from 3 are starting their way up the path. They can only go 2 at a time. You see from the caves to your right next to you, 2 orcs come out. 3 orcs come out, and 2 of them stay to fight you. One starts back into the cave. I'm going to say with everyone's movement that you don't get attacked this round. All right. At this point, the orcs are at the Black Fist camp at 11 are making their way through the camp. And they engage with some of the Black Fist members that have not yet been able to start trying to rappel down the cliff. Why did that just minimize? Why is this my life? Stock, the woman is going to try to hit you with her great axe.
Did she have to move into range?
Obviously.
Then I want to counter swing once she's done.
You would go first.
Okay. Then glaive is 24 to hit.
Okay.
And that is 13 slashing damage.
Okay. Let's see here. Does a 16 hit you?
No, it does not.
No, but a 24 will.
Yes, it will.
All right. You take 7 slashing damage.
7. Alrighty.
All right. Stock, you are up.
Okay. Well, seeing as she hit me, I'm going to do a fighting spirit. And I'm going to take both swings at her with advantage.
Okay.
First one is a natural 20. Where did I put my D10? There it is. For 23 slashing damage.
Okay, hang on a second. You said 27 slashing damage?
23.
23. Okay. Okay.
Is she still standing?
Yep.
Alright, then we go again for a 23. And that is 16 slashing damage.
Okay.
And safe to say she's still standing?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I will call it good.
Okay. Xanalor.
Are any of the orcs near the cliff face?
Yes.
Then I want to try to blast an orc repellently. Does that make sense?
What?
I'm going to Eldritch Blast an orc.
Okay.
And try to repel it, so maybe it might get knocked off the cliff.
Okay. How far can you move them?
10 feet.
Okay.
There is a 22 to hit.
Okay.
For 10 force damage.
The
other one is a 10 to hit. Probably a miss.
That will miss. I'm going to. Okay. You blast the orc, and he and one of the Black Fist members go flying off the cliff.
Nice. Twofer. That's my turn.
All right. Nevis.
Have I seen Stock being engaged in battle with the
Yes.
female human. All right, I want to head that way.
Okay.
And if I can get close enough to her, I'd like to.
I'm gonna say you're basically until the start of your next turn, you're gonna be out of melee range, but you can make a ranged attack.
Yeah. Let's hit her with Toll the Dead.
Okay. It's a con saving throw or
Wisdom, 17.
wisdom. Okay. I got an 18.
Nice. And on my turn.
All right. Vendi.
All right. Has anybody come chasing me?
You basically have I'm gonna say 4 orcs in melee range of you, as 2 are shoulder to shoulder up the path, and then there's 2 from inside the caves that you're right next to.
Cool. I'm just gonna say there's like guys, hold on. This can't go too terribly as I continue backing up, and as soon as I make contact with the stone wall I made, I'm going to cast Meld into Stone. And since the wall is 30 inches in thickness, I can be completely contained in it. And now I've Han Solo'd myself.
Okay. All right.
I was wondering what you were going to do, and now I know. It's like he's just gonna get his head bashed into the wall.
All right. So at the end of your turn, it is the enemy's turn, and you see as several giant weasels come out of the cave and start sniffing around. A couple of the orcs like punch the wall, and you feel nothing, and they just kind of stand around. They don't really know what to. They don't know how to deal with that.
At that point, you'll tell me exactly what contextually fits, but I'm going to stick my head just out of the wall because it sucks to be you, and I go right back in. But if I can't do that because I'll be fully expelled, then I don't do that.
I think it's fine in the context of this. If it was like something else, then I might actually go read the spell and see if you can do that or not. But all right. Stock, the woman's gonna try to make an attack on you again. She's gonna miss. And the battle between the Black Fist and the orcs continues. Stock, it's your turn.
All right, I want to go after the lady again.
Okay.
The first one is another natural 20.
Okay. I think you're cheating.
I wish I was. I'm just having a really good day. It was gonna be a 14, and then it turned just right to a 20. I don't know how that fucking happens, but
Rotational velocity is my guess.
yeah, probably. I wish I knew how to cheat at dice.
Sorry, it makes up for anything that you've ever tried to do as Damros ever.
Hey, I fell off a rope earlier.
That's true.
That is 14 slashing damage.
Okay.
And if she's still standing, going again, I rolled a 3 on that one for a total of 13.
Okay. Actually, roll with advantage.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have said in the first one, but you had a nat 20, so it didn't matter.
That comes out to a 23 with advantage.
Okay.
And I got 16 slashing damage.
Alrighty. All right, she's still standing. Looks pretty bloody though. Xanalor, you're up.
No, bonus action, back end.
Oh, okay.
I forgot I have an option for that.
Me too.
So that is a 24 to hit.
Okay.
And 8 bludgeoning.
Okay, still standing. Xanalor.
Okay.
I want to throw out another orc to repel Dritch Blast.
Repel Dredge Blast. Okay.
I'm glad somebody liked that. 17 to hit and 25 to hit
Okay.
for 15 force damage and 12.
Okay. This time you blast an orc corpse off the cliff and takes another Black Fist member out because they can't roll a dex save to save their lives.
This is a great nest.
What's that?
I'm in a great crow's nest.
Apparently, yeah. All right, Nevis, you are within melee range of the woman with the great axe.
All right. Other than her being bloodied, can I tell why she would be here? Does she look like a bandit?
She's wearing like a piece of a Black Fist robe, like tied around her waist.
Oh, okay.
She's not wearing like the cloak.
Gotcha. I will attempt to melee then with my hammer.
Okay.
Forgot what the advantages are.
You have advantage on this roll also.
That's 21 to hit.
Okay.
Oh gosh, minimal damage though. 4.
Okay.
4 bludgeoning.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Yes. For my bonus action, let's try for inflict wounds at the first level.
Okay.
So that is attack. Right, yeah, that's an attack for that one.
Yeah, it's a melee spell attack.
Yeah. 21 again.
Okay. As long as you don't roll a 1 on all 3 of the dice, I'm pretty sure you've got it.
Oh yeah. Any bets? Wow, that is 22.
Okay. That is 17 more than you needed. So after smacking her with your hammer and she just kind of glares at you, you reach out with your necro touch and you see like her muscles like slowly like wither up and desiccate, and then she just kind of turns into dust on the wind. Okay. Vendi, staying in the wall.
Based off of, I can't see based off the confines of the spell, but I can hear.
Okay.
Let me make sure that I have the wording exactly right. So I have to go into a different 3rd level spell now. I can't see what occurs outside of it, and any perception checks I make are with disadvantage. I'm trying to listen to see if I hear multiple sound sources starting to walk away from the wall.
Okay. I just want to take a look at this really quick. Because I'm not gonna lie, when you guys read spells to me, I typically don't catch all of it because
Corey reads too fast.
It's hard to think and listen.
Yep.
Well, stop thinking.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. My first one is a 21, 16 plus 5. My second one is an 11, 6 plus 5.
Okay. It does not sound as though anyone is leaving the area. You do hear what sounds like smaller, like multi-part steps. You assume it's the giant weasels walking around is what you're hearing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than that, it doesn't seem like proximity-wise anyone's getting further from the wall.
All
They're
right,
just waiting
well-
for this weird thing that just fell or just turned itself into part of the stone wall to stop being part of the stone wall.
Well, if that's the case, since Meld into Stone is not a concentration spell, I'm going to cast Resistance on myself.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
Alrighty. Stock, you're up.
I want to go over to the cliffs and make sure what's his nuts is dead if possible.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
That is 16.
You don't see him on a rope there. As a matter of fact, there's only one rope, and it is completely empty as far down as you can see. The rope does kind of end like in the marsh, kind of out of sight just a little bit.
Okay.
There is one spot as you kind of like look across the cliff, like on the ground, where there's like a eldritch blast mark on the ground, but I don't think you saw what happened, so I don't know that you know exactly what that means. But
So if there's only one rope that ends in the marsh, and I don't see anyone at the bottom of the cliff, correct?
correct, because you can't like really visualize the bottom of the cliff.
Okay. I'll just hold. Is there anyone near me that I could murder?
There's some black fists that are involved with some of the orcs still. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've kind of lost count of how many of who is left, because they're really kind of inconsequential to the story. But if you would like to attack, I'm sure that you could hit one of each, or one of them twice.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
There's a 14 plus 10 with the glaive comes out to 24.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 16 slashing damage.
Okay.
If he's not dead, I'm going to go after him again, and a total of 20. I rolled a 10 and a 10. And that will be 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then one back end one. Comes out to a total of 20. An 11 plus 9. And that is 7 bludgeoning.
Okay. Would you have wanted to attack an orc or a black fist?
Black fist.
He's dead.
Good deal.
All right, Xanalar.
Okay. Can I see how many of each group are out there in the Blackfist camp?
There are more orcs than black fists at this point. And I would say there's probably about 3 black fist and like 5 orcs in the area.
Okay. I'm gonna try to Eldritch Blast another orc.
Okay.
A 14 to hit and a 16 to hit.
Those will both hit.
Cool. So 7 force damage and 10 force damage.
Okay. Let's see here. This time the black fist does not get taken over the cliff with the orc.
Cool.
All right, Nevis.
Do any of the Blackfist or orcs appear to be attacking me or coming at me? Then I'm just gonna stand here and be ready if one does.
Okay.
I'm just gonna enjoy watching stock destroy things.
All right. Vendy.
Yeah. I'm gonna hang out in the wall unless I start hearing thuds against it.
Okay. All right. Stock.
I'm gonna keep going on my murder spree.
Okay.
Whatever's closest. All right. I rolled a 9 plus 10 for a 19.
Mhm.
Oh, wrong die. That is a 9 plus 6 for 15 slashing damage.
Okay.
Next attack is an 8 plus 10 for 18. And that is 8 slashing damage. And the back end is a 19 plus 9 for 28. And that will be 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. All right. You took out the orc that was previously fighting with the black fist guy you killed last time.
Okay.
All right. Xanilor.
I'm just gonna watch.
All right. Nevis. All right. Vendi, you still don't notice any sounds of like thudding on the wall.
All right, nothing to see here.
All right. Stock.
I'm going to keep going on my murderous rampage.
Okie dokie.
All right. First one, 15.
Okay.
And 8 slashing. Next one is a natural 20 for a total
Three
of
in this.
30.
Okay.
18 plus 6 should be a 24 slashing damage. And back end is another natural 20 for a total of 29. I think this dice finally likes me.
I would say so.
more than likes you.
For 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You're able to take out another orc. Xanilor, are you still watching?
I'm going to. Is the fire still burning in the lab? Number one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump down to the left arm.
You're gonna jump down.
I have the ring of featherfall.
Oh, that's right. So you take half damage from falling, right?
I think it's 60 feet with no damage. Yeah, just that you descend 60 feet per round and take no damage from falling.
Okay.
And that's where I'm at.
Alrighty. Nevis, do you have anything you want to do?
No, I don't think so. I assume there's still a smattering of weakling enemies left, but not really feeling it.
Xanilor, do you have a plan here? Because otherwise, I'm just gonna have stock and slowly wipe these guys out.
No, I was
Okay.
just gonna go watch.
Okay. Yeah. Over the course of the next basically like minute, the last Black Fist member dies, and all of the rest of the orcs in that area from stock. So that being said, stock lands the last blow on the orcs over there. Xanilor, where are you going? What are you doing? There's nothing left over here on this side of the camp.
Cleared out, then I'm gonna head back the other way.
Okay. Sneakily running normal speed.
I mean, as far as I know, everything's done. So I'm just regular speed, not stealthy.
Okay. All right. How about you, Nevis?
Yeah, I head back towards where I knew the wall was placed. Seeing as this area here is pretty empty, unless there's something awesome for us to grab, I don't see any reason to sit and loot anything.
Well, that is completely up to you. I'm not going to tell you if there's something awesome. You have to go look for it.
No, I'm good.
Okay. How about you, Stock?
Yeah, I'll look around.
All right. What are you looking around in? There is the cave, the big tent, and the rest of the tents.
We'll start with the big tent.
Okay. Um, okay. You see inside a map of the tradeway is spread over a table inside the tent. Various notations have been inked onto the map, and chess pieces are positioned across its surface. Scrolls, coins, and wax seals clutter the rest of the table. At the rear of the tent, an ornately carved wooden rack sits with a wooden chest upon it, not golden, just a wooden rack with a wooden chest. The chest is locked with a heavy padlock. Tent is pretty big, big enough for like 5 people to move around inside.
Just want to see if I find anything of interest.
I told you what's inside the tent.
I want to go after the chest.
Okay. How are you doing this?
I want to see. Well, I'm not a rogue, so I just want to see if it's unlocked first and foremost.
It is locked.
Could I search the desk for a key?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Which is a 13.
13. You do not find a key. Hey guys, can you give me a couple minutes? I need to run to the bathroom again.
Okay.
Good, because I do too.
All right, I'm back.
Me too.
Okay, so yeah, no, you didn't find a key. Go ahead and make a perception check for me. I didn't read this before.
That is 22.
22. Okay. You notice that there is like a dust that is on the lock of the chest that isn't on like the rest of the items in the tent.
I'd like to call the others in here and be like, hey, there's this heavy-duty chest in here I could use some help with.
I am really far away.
Yeah, the others. I mean, they spend their entire time leaving. They didn't care to look around.
Oh, fuck it. Seeing nobody outside, I'll go with.
Okay. All right. So as you guys approach camp area number 3, all of the orcs here are not there. As you continue up the path towards 2, you see that they're all lined up at the stone wall that Vendi created. There are 11 of them.
Oh boy, that's a lot. I would like to cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
And like hold up and have the Minor Illusion be the head of Kernbag,
Okay.
like in my hand as we approach.
Okay, make I guess make a deception check for me. Do it with disadvantage though, because you didn't get more than a 40-foot look at Kernbag.
Yep. It's not great. 12.
Okay.
It's just super out of focus.
Just generic orc.
Okay, so you're just walking up with the head of Kernbag?
Yep. Being like, we killed your leader. Let us pass.
Okay. The orc looks at you and says, I don't know who you killed, but that's not Kernbag.
Oh.
Can I roll to see if I hear any of this?
Go ahead, roll with disadvantage.
Sweet. Where is my
Well,
perception?
well, I cut off the head of an orc anyway.
The lower one is a 10.
A 10, okay. You hear voices, but you can't tell if they're orc or not.
Okay, I stay on the wall.
Okay. All right. Nevis, what are you doing? It appears as Xanalor's deception has failed. Your deception was clear.
Are we all up where Uvender's at?
Yeah.
At least I did anyway.
So what is the what's the lay of the land? How wide is this? Like 10 feet, if I remember correctly, and or like
Yeah.
basically on a cliff edge. And there's
Yeah.
11 creatures.
There
up
are
on
8.
this area.
There are 8 orcs, 4 in rows of 2, and there are 2 orcs in the caves off to the side of the cliff. As you, so there's a total of 11.
Do we notice Do I notice if Vendy's in the wall or not?
You have no idea.
Break it down. Break it down.
Well, I'm assuming that we're gonna have to fight these creatures to get the heck out of here. So I'm just gonna start, I guess.
Okay. I honestly don't know how you're gonna get the heck out of here with Jay's wall, but okay. So go ahead and roll to attack, however you want to attack.
Live here now.
Welcome to our new kingdom, everyone.
It's home.
Shit.
I do have an idea for how we can get out later, but yeah.
If I Alright, I want to cast Guiding Bolt at the first level at one of the orcs.
Okay. Is it a saving throw or a roll on your end?
It's an attack spell.
Okay.
Or spell attack. It's a 25 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
$15 radiant damage to whichever one I hit.
Okay. Yep. That'll do quite a lot.
And then, as the bonus action, did I mention that I'm not in melee range? I don't want to get into melee range yet.
Okay.
At that same one that I just hit, I would like to try and hit it with Sacred Flame.
The
So,
one that you hit with the guiding bolt.
Yeah.
Okay.
A guiding bolt is supposed to give the next attack advantage, so I don't know what that does on a Dex saving throw against a spell.
It actually wouldn't do anything. So I don't know if there's something else that you would want to do to potentially utilize that.
No, but you know what? Let me change it to Toll the Dead. I can't imagine the orcs have very high wisdom.
Okay. Nope, I rolled a natural 1.
Nice.
So go ahead and roll your damage. Probably gonna be enough to kill this guy.
But this orc has legendary resistance.
That is, unfortunately, on 2 8s, I only got an 8.
8. That's actually one more than you needed to kill him. So you were still able to take him out. All right. Vendi, do you want to make another perception check to see what's going on in the wall?
Hell yeah, I do. I mean, I'm more interested in what's outside the wall, but if I want to take a look, can I take a look inside the wall too?
There's always time for introspection.
Well, I find out a lot about the inside of the wall because the lower roll was a 7.
A 7. Okay, yeah, you're still not sure what's going on out there, but you do hear noises that aren't speech or pounding on the wall. Still not sure what they are though.
Man, this is one fucking baller ass wall. Let's see here. Let me see how long it's been. Resistance is probably ended right now, so I'm just gonna recast resistance on myself. And that's my turn.
Okay. All right then. Xanalor, since you walked up trying to intimidate them, there's gonna be a couple of attacks against you.
Oh, great.
With your mage armor, does a 16 hit you?
Beats it, beats it.
Okay, so you take 18 slashing damage from the attacks.
Ah!
But then Stock, you're up.
I'm gonna continue my murder spree.
Okay,
13 to hit.
just barely hit.
All right. And that is 14 slashing damage.
Okay.
Next one is a 17 to hit.
Mhm.
And that will be 7 slashing damage. And the back end will be a total of 10.
Okay. You said it was 15 and 7 damage?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So that one is also dead. So there are 9 orcs left. Xanalor.
How close are they all to me?
Well, at this point now, there's a 5-foot gap between you and them, since the ones immediately in front of you have been killed.
Are there like 2 together?
Yeah, like I said,
We're all
there's
together.
4 rows of 2.
Then I'm gonna green flame blade one of them.
Okay.
17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Done this in a minute, so I have to look at. For 7 piercing,
Okay.
and then nice 8 fire damage.
Okay.
And the fire jumps to the second person for 10 fire damage.
Okay. So you did 15 to one and 10 to the other?
Yes.
Okay. Nevis, you're up again.
Alrighty.
I would say at this point there's probably 10 feet between you and the next orc, since you were not within melee range to start with.
Okay.
And the 2 that are closest to you guys have both been damaged by Xanalor.
Not that it matters because I killed that other one, but I did forget to roll 12s instead of 8s for the damage on Toll the Dead.
Okay.
But I hopefully will not make that mistake again.
Is that what you're casting?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and I'm going to move into melee range.
Okay.
Need to attack. Oh, I can't use a 3rd level spell for action, can I?
Wait, what?
I can't use a third level spell for spell driver, can I? It's only up to second level.
You can cast any level spell you want as your main action, and your bonus action can be any spell up to second level.
Gotcha. I'll tell you what, instead of going to melee range, I'm going to stay right where I am and attempt to hit one with guiding bolt at the second level.
Okay.
Instead of first. Another 25 to hit.
All right.
Too many ones. That is all that. That's only 10 radiant damage.
Okay. All right. One of the orcs looks very ouchy and also glowing.
I want to do the same thing. I want to hit that same one that I just hit with Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Wisdom 7.
Nope. So that one is also dead. So there are 8 left.
Okay, ends my turn.
All right. Vendi.
Listen check.
Okay.
Oh, that's another on my first.
Another 7, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, this is a real sturdy fucking wall. Man,
Yeah.
I should
still
get
not-
into construction.
Still not sure what the sounds are, but they appear to be getting maybe closer.
Do I just hear like the intro to For Whom the Bell Tolls? And I'm just trying to think of, oh, I've heard this song before. But, oh my god, what is it?
I'd say like from inside the wall, it almost sounds more like an intermittent kind of vibration.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's
the
like,
whole
no,
like.
yeah, like it's like Beethoven. I felt the song before. What did it feel? What song did I feel before?
All right. So there's going to be an attack against Zanalor and an attack against Nevis. Does an adjusted 20 hit you, Nevis? All right, we'll find out when he gets back. Stock, you're up.
Okay, I'm sorry. What I was talking about?
Does an adjusted 20 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. You take 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
All right. Stock, you're up.
Continuing the murder spree.
Okay.
That is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that is 13 slashing damage.
Okay. Are you attacking the one that looks hurt already, or the one that doesn't look hurt yet?
The one that looks hurt already.
Okay. That one's dead.
Okay. Then the next one I rolled was another natural 20.
Okay. That's 5.
That you wrote down.
14 slashing damage.
Okay.
And the back end is a 17.
Okay.
And that is only 6 bludgeoning.
Okay. Zanalor.
How many are standing?
8.
Okay. Boy. Can I do anything better? Probably not, because I burned my spells. I'm just green flame blade again.
Okay.
16 to hit?
Yep.
4 piercing, 3 fire, 12 fire to the guy it jumps to.
Okay. What was the initial damage?
4 piercing.
4 piercing, and then it does the fire damage to the other guy.
No, it does fire damage to the first guy too.
Okay. How much was the fire damage to the first guy? 3. Okay. All right. So that takes that one out. So there's 7 left, and you said how much fire against the other one? 10.
12.
12. Okay.
7 plus 5.
All right. Nevis, you're up.
All right. Yeah, let's get in there in melee finally.
Okay.
So I'll attack with my hammer.
Okay. Against one that's damaged or undamaged.
On.
Okay.
The modifier is does a 14 hit.
Yes.
Wow, that's terrible. 4 damage, 4 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, as a bonus action, let's go with inflict wounds at the 2nd level.
Okay.
That's an attack. That is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
4. There it is. 24 necrotic damage.
Okay. You killed that one.
That'll end my
So there
turn.
are 6 left. All right. Vendi, go ahead and make your listen check.
21 on the first one. 21.
What was on the second one?
I know where the song's from. 21 and 24.
Okay. Yeah, you hear the sounds of your friends fighting outside.
Oh, shit. I might look like an asshole if I don't get out of this wall. So I do. Hey, guy. Oh. Shit, dude. How many are left?
There are 7 left, and also the giant weasels. They have not made their way out of the cave yet, though, because the route is blocked by all of the orcs. So basically, you're in melee range of 3 orcs.
I'm going to once again use my Speech of the Woods ability and scream to the giant weasels. We don't need to be on separate sides. Just be peaceful and we won't harm you.
Okay. Is that an action?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No. Do I need to roll something to see if I've convinced the weasels?
Let me explain.
Okay, Troy.
You used what again? Did you
Speech of the Woods. Yep. Beast can understand my speech.
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
I'm going to flat 18 for an 8.
Sorry, you were breaking up. You rolled a flat 18 for an 18.
Yes.
Okay.
18
All right.
plus 0 is 18, in case you did not know.
Okay. I didn't, but thank you for clarifying. I'm so glad that I'm learning math at almost 31. Okay, so now that your turn is over, you see that the weasels the weasels back down.
Yeah.
But the orcs don't, and 3 of them swing at you.
Eh,
You still have resistance up, correct?
and the banana peel.
And
Yeah,
the banana peel.
But resistance only means that for the saving throw, I can add a d4 to it.
Okay. Does a 14 hit you?
It does not.
Okay, so you only get hit with 1, so it's gonna be 9 slashing damage.
Well, what did it roll?
A 21.
That surprisingly hits me.
Yeah.
So 9 slashing?
9 slashing, yeah. I asked you about the middle one because I knew the upper one was gonna hit and the lower one was not going to.
Well, that's hilarious because my armor class is 25 when I lie about it.
Haha. I lied. It was actually 900 damage. Sorry.
Oh, fuck. Guess I gotta roll a new character.
All right, 1 attack against Xanalor and 1 attack against Nevis. Both of those are gonna miss. Stock.
Keep the murder train going.
Murder. Are you going to step forward at any point? You're kind of getting left behind.
Yeah, I'll move forward. Keep them within my
Okay.
15 feet.
Okay.
Well, the first one I rolled a natural 1 on,
Okay.
which
What-
doesn't matter because
what-
it's magical.
Right. But also definitely misses. One of them is injured. One of them is not. I still believe the one that Xanalor injured with the green flame blade is still up.
Going after the
Nevis.
injured one.
Okay. Yeah, Nevis killed a fresh one.
I rolled a 2 on my second die for a total of 12.
That'll miss.
And the back end is a 22.
Okay, that one will hit.
Damn it. I just threw the dice somewhere it shouldn't have gone.
If
and
it's
that
outside
will
your
be-
box, it shouldn't be there.
Yeah, that's where it went. And that was 6.
6? Okay.
And I'm done.
Okay. It's still alive.
Yeah.
Xanalor.
Can I get a count of orcs?
6. Yeah, there are 6 left. 1 is injured. 5 are not.
If one of them is far enough to do a ranged attack, I want to blast him.
No, because the one that you did so you stabbed one with green flame blade, and the one next to it is the one that got hurt.
Right.
So you're still in melee range of that one.
Gotcha. Okay. Then let's just keep rolling the green flame blades out.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. 19 to hit.
Yep.
4 piercing. 4 fire.
Okay.
Leaps if somebody's within 5 feet of him.
Mhm.
For full 13 fire.
Okay. Yeah, you killed one and fired another one.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. Nevis, you are up. There's 5 left.
All right. Let's go with the same thing. Melee, a fresh one.
Okay.
Wow, that's only an 18.
And it's still way more than you needed to hit him.
And he takes 10 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then let's go with an attempt to inflict.
Okay.
That is 15.
Okay. That will hit.
For 11 necrotic.
Okay. That'll kill that one. So now there's only 2 in melee range with you, Jay.
Neat.
All right. And it is your turn, Vendy.
All right. I'm just gonna look at the remaining 2 orcs and say, it's like, hey guys, I know fight to the end and all that kind of stuff. It seems pretty cool, but what if we promised you that the end would come farther down the road if you just stop being an asshole?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. An 11. An 11.
Okay. All right.
Hold on, let me have my modifier. Wait, no, that's an 11.
It'd have been funnier if it was a 10. All right. 2 of them are going to try to swing at you. A 17 hits you, correct?
Nope.
Nope. Still no. What is your AC?
I have a armor class of 18, 13 with my studded leather armor +1, a dexterity bonus of +3, and a shield for a +2. By the way, the leather hand straps are shaped in a V for Vendy.
Okie dokie. All right. So those both miss you. And there's going to be one against Xanalor. And that misses. Stock, you are up.
Continuing the murder train.
Mhm.
That's a 15 to hit.
Okay.
And that is 9 slashing.
Okay.
Then I got a 12 to hit, which will not.
It will not.
And then the back end is a 21.
That will.
And that is 8 bludgeoning.
Okay. That'll take out the one that Xanalor set on fire.
Nice.
So with that, Xanalor, it is your turn. There are 2 left in melee range with Vendy, and another one basically just inside the cave who is not in melee range unless you move. So you could shoot him.
Eldritch Blast Cave Dweller. A natural 20 and a 13.
Those will both hit.
Natural 20. Aw. 9 force damage. And 6 on the other one.
You remember the double the dice on the.
Yeah, I rolled a
natural 20,
2.
right?
I rolled a 2 on it.
Oh gosh. Okay. 9 and 6. You said.
Just
Okay.
so you're aware, on the actual intended reading of that line, it's not double the value on the dice, it's double the dice rolled.
Yes, I'm aware.
No, I'm talking to Scott.
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
What? Should I? I'm confused.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Okay. Nevis, you're up.
All right. Melee, another fresh one.
Okay.
19 to hit.
Yep.
For 5 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And shoot, I only got one of those left. Let's go with the Word of Radiance on that same one.
Okay.
Concept 17.
Nope.
Nope, as in you did not save?
Correct. You did not save.
Okay. 8 radiant damage.
Okay. All right. Vendi, you are up. The orcs do not appear to be backing down.
Okay. Where in relation are the orcs to where I'm standing, and where in relation is the party to where I'm standing?
So there's an orc directly in front of you. To your northwest, there is an orc. To that orc's north, there is another one.
How is anything west to me? Because I just came from the wall on the western border.
Because the caves are on your left.
I'm confused on that because we wanted to make sure that the caves were contained inside the wall.
I'm looking at where you put your diamond at, or your marker for the wall.
Yes, which
The
is
caves are here,
here.
and the wall is keeping anybody from coming down into the caves.
So hold on a second. I placed it here just west of 2,
Mm-hmm.
where I'm highlighting at.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the wall, and then I had to come out of the wall the same place where I entered it. So nothing could be west of me.
Okay.
So I'm confused as to what you're saying.
Okay. There's one right in front of you. There's one in front of you to your left, and there's one that is in the cave mouth.
Okay. And
Okay.
what I'm asking for is I was going to cast Wall of Water to push them off the cliff.
Okay.
Is there a way for me to do that while also not knocking the party off the path?
How wide is the wall of water?
The Wall of Water is 30 feet long, 10 feet high, 1 feet thick, and I can make a ringed wall up to 20 feet in diameter, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick.
You could get 2 of them without affecting the party,
Okay.
but there would still be 1 orc left.
That's what I'm going to do. Is I'm just going to create a wall of water, pushing them, trying to essentially push them off the face of the cliff or the path.
Okay. That would not push them off the cliff.
Then it fucking doesn't.
Because there's no, like you can go any creature can walk through the wall. It just makes the wall difficult terrain, and there's no like save or anything that would happen if a creature is where the wall starts.
Okay. Well, I said I cast it, so I cast it, and that's my turn.
Okay. All right. Okay, Stock, you're up.
Alrighty, continuing murder. 21.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 16 slashing damage.
Okay.
Next one is an 18.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then a 22. And 8 bludgeoning.
Okay. So you took out one of the orcs and damaged another one.
Alrighty.
Xanalor, you're up. There is 1.5 orcs left.
I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast, and if he's too close, I can disadvantage roll.
Did you do Green Flame Blade? No, you didn't do Green Flame Blade last turn, so no, you're fine. You don't need to roll a disadvantage.
Okay. 26 and 14.
Okay.
13 force damage.
Okay.
And if the second one hits, it's 10 force damage.
Okay. Yep, that'll kill the other one. So there's just one left. Nevis, you're
Is the one left the one that I was working on, or is he gone?
up. I thought you killed that one.
No, I think that was the first one that I didn't get a confirmed kill on.
Okay. Then one of them's left, and it's probably the one that you were working on.
Okay. I will continue to start off with melee. Yowza. That gives me only a 14.
That hits.
14 still hits, nice. For 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. That should do it.
It was. It had 11. I did 11 last turn, I think.
Yeah, between everything that's been spread around, yeah, that'll do it.
Okay. And is there anything left then?
Nope, just 5 giant weasels playing in a cave.
Are said playing weasels getting aggressive or attacking us?
Nope, not after Vendi dealt with them.
4. All right. So I look at Bendy and I say, what are we going to do about this wall here, dude?
Anybody got some rope?
I do. It's a little soggy.
Oh, hold on. We can clean off all the. Wait. No, never mind. We're all good. Yeah, we just need something that can bear our weight, and we'll just climb over.
I have another idea if you want to wait like 20 minutes.
I really don't,
Oh,
but let's hear what it is.
Can you just dispel it, or what's the duration?
No. If I focus on this wall for a long enough time, it just is the
But-
wall.
But what if you stopped focusing?
Oh, I stopped focusing on this a long time ago.
Oh.
So, hmm.
So either
Yeah.
we can climb it or you can wait 20 minutes and I can carry one of you over by teleporting. And then we'll wait another 20 minutes.
I was just gonna turn into a bird and fly over it, but I can understand why this is a challenge for everyone who's not me.
Could you carry us?
And I look towards Nevis. No. Here's an idea, and I'm gonna like Nevis. I'm gonna change you into an animal, and as soon as we get over the wall, I promise I'm gonna stop thinking about you as an animal. Is that okay?
What if I try casting Dispel Magic on it?
On the wall?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
Any creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd or lower ends automatically.
Nope, it's non-magical.
Huh.
But it does say I can choose an object. This wall is a single object, right?
Yeah, but you can't dispel it because that'd be like saying that you could just walk around and dispel a mountain. Like, yes, the wall was born of a spell, but a non-magical wall of solid stone springs into existence. So basically, like, you cannot remove the wall by dispelling it because it's not magic.
I see.
Well, I'm going to sit down. And unless somebody comes up with a better plan, I'm sitting for however long it takes to short rest.
Well, if we waited an entire day, I can make another wall of stone in the
I'm
shape
not
of a
waiting a
ramp.
day. I'm trying to rest. I can go twice, so Bendy can fly, and I can just flash the other two up there.
Well, I also can polymorph somebody into a flying creature or, a salamander, something that can climb on vertical walls.
Yes, let's do one of those.
Well, because Xanalor, if you can cast it twice, that means you can cast it to go there and to come back, and you'd have to wait again to
I
go.
can just jump down because
So
I'm not going to take fall damage.
Oh, I see. You're going to
I'm
teleport to
gonna
the top of the
flash
wall.
up. Yep.
Okay.
there's a simpler way to do this. I have 3 4th level spells, which means I can cast polymorph on 3 creatures
I'm gonna
in
take
succession.
out I'm gonna take out my soggy rope.
And then
and-
I just have to wild shape into a bird and fly over.
I'm
You
gonna-
have access to flying wild shapes.
I should, yes. Let me double check. Yeah, at 8th level, I could become a flying creature, I believe. Yep.
I have a random mace, and I want to tie that to the end of the rope.
Okay.
And
How
throw
tall
it
is the
over.
wall?
20 feet.
Oh boy. Okay.
Throw it over and hope it grapple hooks.
Okay. Go ahead and make a ranged attack.
Hey, remember when Xanalor was supposed to be the one with really high wisdom score?
Mm.
I don't know what you're talking about. I genuinely don't. What am I adding? Anything? Just straight
Oh, sorry. Dexterity.
19.
19. Okay. So you throw it over. You give it a tug, and it seems pretty stable.
All right, who's first?
This is, well, 1, no. And 2, this is pretty impressive considering this is a smooth vertical wall. How about you go first?
Doc? Would you like to climb?
How tall is this thing again?
20
20
feet.
And I'm 7 foot 2 inches.
He's just gonna jump.
I'm trying to remember how high I can jump.
All right, in his indecisiveness, I will start trying to climb up.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
While he's doing that, I'm going to take out the knapsack for my kit. I'm going to lay it down on the ground, try to predict where he's going to fall.
Okay.
I rolled pretty good. Is that athletics?
Yep.
18.
Okay. You're well, let's see. Yeah, you're able to climb up the wall with this makeshift grapple hook and your athletics check.
Piece of cake. Who's next? No one's okay. I'll see you guys later.
And off starts the new adventures of Xanalor.
While they're being indecisive, I'm just going to lay down on the top and try to rest, so that if it takes them too long to figure it out, I'll be ready.
Okay.
I mean, my plan just got 1/3 cheaper. Is I could just polymorph you into something that can fly, and then as soon as you land, Xanalor just tells me to dispel it, and I go cast it on the next person.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. So are you just gonna start casting, Bendy?
I was waiting to hear people accept it because then we don't have to make saving throws. But if
I started casting.
Yeah, but yeah, thank you, Frank. So anyway, I started casting.
Okay. All right. Stock, are you allowing yourself to be polymorphed?
What is he trying to polymorph me into again?
A flying creature, so you can go over the wall, no problem.
No.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw.
Let's see here. Let me make sure I don't have anything to add to this because of weird things. Any additional things. Nope, doesn't look like it. I got a 16.
All right, you're a
Yep.
flying creature of Jay's decision.
You're a giant eagle.
Nevis, are you allowing yourself to be polymorphed?
I have to wait until Stock lands on the other side before I
Okay.
cast on Nevis.
My stock.
If Xanalor's rope is still there, I got plenty of hit points left, so I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this on the wall.
All right, make an athletics check.
If only I had enlarged for the knapsack, so I had a bigger padding.
This is gonna turn out pretty good for me, I think. 21.
Okay. Yeah, you find Xanalor sleeping at the top of the wall. All right. Stock. When you've turned into this giant eagle, what do you do?
How's an eagle gonna fly covered in armor? What happens to all this stuff? Where's the glaive go?
The target's gear melds into the new form. The
I gotta
creature
see
cannot
what my
activate,
stats
use,
are.
or wield, otherwise benefit from its equipment.
The glaive is now his backbone. It's like a transformer.
Yeah, right. Thundercats. Okay.
Oh!
I think out of spite, I'm gonna just sit here. Because he made me weaker, he made me less dexterous, he reduced my constitution, lowered my intelligence, left my wisdom alone, and lowered my charisma.
If it makes you feel any better, you weren't using that charisma to begin with.
I feel dumber, therefore out of spite, I will do nothing.
Well, fine, then I'm just going to wild shape into another giant eagle and just fly to the other side of the wall. Have fun with the new adventures of Stockino.
My pride wins this round.
And then once I get to the other side of the wall, I'm going to end my wild shape because I go, oh, that's everybody.
I appreciate what you were trying to do, Jay, just the character does not allow it.
Oh man, it's like there's a literal wall between your character and progressing the plot.
How long does polymorph last, Jay?
I think
An
10
hour.
Up to an hour.
Unless I dispel it.
This is true, unless it's dispelled.
I think we've got like 18 minutes until I can do something.
I did not realize that we now literally have plot armor, but it's to protect us from plot.
Hey, if it works, it works.
All right. Hey, everybody watching on the stream, either live or on demand, the next 20 minutes is us just going to be fucking around. So you might want to just tune in next week.
I think most of them were gone already.
That's assuming we had any to begin with.
Yeah.
So, seeing that Stock Eagle is just standing there, what do you do, Vendi? You maintain concentration on it, hoping that he pulls his head out of his ass long enough to fly over a wall?
Yep. And then I just hand the mace, like wrap up the sake rope, hand the mace back to Xanlor. I was like, yep, I think we're good.
Actually,
Hey, remember that one time where Stock tried to kick my ass and I had a bunch of wolves? I just we're now turning this into a clip show, so let's just do it that way.
Was that before the time when Stock was a giant eagle and tried to peck your eyes out?
Oh no, that's coming up next episode.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm gonna need to roll something now.
Why?
Oh yeah, I definitely heard that. That just piqued my interest. I rolled a 21. I'm gonna fly and go for eyeballs now.
Oh boy.
don't forget to rake him with your talons on the way down.
So
Nevis
you're
instigated.
flying and making an attack on Vendi?
I want his eyeballs.
Well, here's the fun part. Here is with Sibo studded leather, I can force disadvantage once per day,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna burn it right now.
Ha! Multi-attack.
Yeah, it's until it starts
I
next
know.
turn.
Alrighty. We're back to this shit again. The first one, which is the beak, is 12.
Fail.
And the second one, which is talons, is even worse. But I'm up there now.
And now that he's on the top of the wall, I dispel polymorph.
And I just look at him and go, don't ever do that shit again.
I promise you, I will only do it when I feel it is necessary.
And I promise you, I will only murder you in your sleep.
No.
We're about to turn on each other. After everything.
There's a literal wall in between us right now.
Remember when we used to be a party?
Yeah, I know, right?
Now we're a PvP clan.
It turns out all we need to do is to get Stock to do what we want. It's just, give him the incentive of possible violence.
Yep. Seems to be a driving force in this character.
Well, can we move on then?
Yeah, where are you guys? What are you guys doing now? Where are you going?
Are we still on top of the wall, down the other side?
Yes.
And if that's going to be take 20 on, then
Go
head
back.
back to Winter's Haven or whatever that.
So we probably want to just take a back and forth on the tradeway just to make sure that we got pretty much everything under control.
I'm already starting to make the mission accomplished banner.
Oh, jeez.
Banner. Okay, so I heard a lot of things. You guys need to decide what you're doing.
Let's just take the tradeway back to.
Waterdeep.
Is it up to us to police the tradeway, or was it up to us to just take care of the issue?
It was up to us to clear the tradeway, but not keep it up. But I would imagine that a little bit of due diligence will make sure we don't get embarrassed.
I think we go back. We tell them we're done because we are.
Yeah. Because I mean, let's also look at this. This is also a surprisingly easy job. I definitely anticipated this being much harder than it was.
I mean, it was not easy so much as we just didn't almost die.
I ate a bunch of bananas and just
You
jumped
didn't
into a
see all the
wall.
effort that I put into this.
The hardest part of this for us was getting over the wall I made. I got in our own way as much as I helped.
Story of the campaign.
So you really just sat there and ate bananas while I concentrated on keeping you invisible.
Yeah, they were delicious bananas. Do you want one?
Oh,
Fine, more for me. So, heading off the Waterdeep?
yes,
Waterdeep,
the tradeway.
Waterdeep.
We're not going back and forth. We're just going up.
That's a story about how Vendi spent an extra week out here going down to Eltergard.
Well, let's get back onto our carriage then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys, you hop back in the wagon. It's a few days trip back to Waterdeep, and you guys make it there without any incidents. And hang on a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So you make it back to Waterdeep. You head to the shipping guild to meet up with Alderman Balin, and so you guys you walk into his office, and he says, "So what news do you have for me?"
Well, if you wanted to make a new zoo, we have a perfect place for you to do that.
If it it turns out that there were two groups. There were orcs and the Black Fist mercenaries, whatever they were,
Mhm.
bandits. They were meeting about discussing, splitting the tradeway, sort of.
Mhm.
And we arrived, and they were already fighting each other. Something must have gone wrong in negotiations.
Mhm.
They were all dead pretty soon.
Okay.
I don't believe there were any survivors.
Good. I think.
I think so too.
So so the Black Fist won't be attacking the tradeway anymore,
Unless they are reanimated.
and the orcs won't be attacking the tradeway in the Shadow Marshes.
Same
They are
answer.
more dead than the Black Fist.
Okay.
The thing you have to worry about the most is if giant weasels attack the tradeway. Just
They went
just
that. They went that.
ownerless wild weasels.
Okay. Well, he turns around. He opens a crate and pulls out a chest, puts it on his desk, and he opens it up. Inside, you see 6,000 gold coins, and he says, "Thank you so much for your help. Hopefully, this makes the tradeway safe and passable, at least until the storm season ends, and we can move shipping back out off the coast again." I'll have to commend Stuart Maya for his selection. You lot certainly got the job done.
Cool. I don't know how to take compliments. I'm gonna write this down on my character's backstory. So,
Just pick up the gold.
what's there to do in your town? I guess. Like, is there a cool casino at all?
Is there somewhere we can reintroduce this gold to your economy?
I think our economy's had about all the gold it can take. Yes, there's a lovely casino. It's been operating for quite some time now. The establishment is called. Actually, wait, no. What do you know about this casino? Isn't it a speakeasy? Never mind. I take it all back. There's no casinos. None.
Gambling's illegal in this town. Everything's in black and white because we don't believe in dancing. I don't know why we're matching up Ocean's 11 and Footloose, but here we are.
Was your city more directly
Interesting.
impacted by the Eberron, whatever, merging?
Yeah, the plane fucking.
You mean the Arcaniclism?
That's what it's called.
I prefer my term. Thank you very much. I think it's going to catch on.
I think it is horribly crass.
But you do think it.
I do now because you've penetrated my brain with it.
It's catching on.
Waterdeep was not as affected by the Arcaniclism as as Neverwinter or Winter's Haven, as it's called now, I suppose. Things have remained largely business as usual. Obviously, we needed to help take part in like the the foundation of the shipping guild and all that. Waterdeep is a large hub on that trading route, so we had to ramp up our efforts and focuses on that, as well as there's these new vocational programs, I suppose one would call them, where the younger folk in the city, without as many prospects as are befitting someone of stature, I suppose. There's vocational schools for them to learn advanced agricultural techniques. But that's really about the extent of
So
the
what
Arcaniclism's impact in Waterdeep.
So what we're saying here is that there's nothing to see here. We're not the droid you're
It's
looking
not
for.
the city you're looking for.
I feel like they're trying to get us to just leave.
I mean, have you met us? I feel like we're very, very horrible dinner guests.
Mm,
Well, I've seen all I need to see at this city.
yeah.
Sorry, no offense.
None taken.
Well, it's not exactly the best, tourism. What's it called? When people try to make you do things.
Tourist traps?
Tourist Trappist.
I'm not a concierge, if that's what you're looking for.
Could be it.
Did Sandler just invent the concierge?
Seems
There should be
like
a person in every city that tells you what to do,
Oh, jeez.
but
Yeah.
not in a rules kind of way.
Xandalore, we have that profession already. It's called the bartender.
It's called a bard.
No, bartender. He just goes, look what you do. It's like you should buy more alcohol. All right, great idea.
It's like bartender.
Perfect.
Yes, yes, bodiless voice that tells us what we're doing as we're doing it. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Wait, you hear that voice too?
Yeah, it can only be described as a stranger than fictionalian. The plot device.
Do you have any interesting people in Waterdeep?
No.
We haven't filled our great profit points yet. So. No great works yet. We're still searching for those sandals.
I may never come back here.
I mean, really long and short, I don't really have a lot for you guys to do. If there are things that you want to do in Waterdeep, let me know, and I can kind of address those things. Otherwise, if you guys want to head back to Winter's Haven, that's fine too. This is the end of this quest, basically. Just on stream really quick, I want to thank you, D&D Adventures League, and I'm going to thank the adventure designer Will Doyle for Outlaws of Iron Road. That's what this side quest has been based on. So, thank you for that. I'm not stealing this as my own. I just, kind of tweaked some things here and there to have it fit the Eberron coast. But yeah, that's it for that. You guys do not get a level for that. Just I know it was a long time, but it wasn't a milestone. That's all I have.
We didn't lose a level from not adventuring.
That's true. That is very true. You did not get it like that fatty infiltration where you still look like you've got muscle, but you're actually weak. But that's all I've got for this week, guys. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. As always, Sic Semper, Lincoln Logs, and we'll see you next time.